G'day guys, how's it going? It's Austin Rage here with another gameplay video, and today I'm doing PC Building Simulator, which is a game I picked up on the PlayStation Store yesterday. It's been out since I think Tuesday or Wednesday this week, and I picked it up probably about $25 on the Australian store, and I thought, yeah, PC Building Simulator, it sounds interesting. I know nothing about PCs, but I thought, oh well, I'll give it a crack and see how we go. And you got this little office room sort of a thing, and you work in little room with a table, and it's got a few more tables I think you can upgrade when you level up. You level up, getting XP every time you do a job, and yeah, so you go on your little computer here, and you got these jobs that people email you every day, and you can choose which jobs you want. And this is the very start of the what you call I think it's a career mode or something. So they're pretty basic jobs, so that people leave their computers outside your door there, and you bring it into the work table, and get to work on it. And I think there's all sorts of different jobs you can do on it. Going by had a quick look at the trophy list, and there's a lot of stuff in there that I have absolutely no idea what they are and what to do in them. So I got a lot to learn. I know nothing about computers, so this is going to be a very big sort of learning curve for me. But it sounds fun, and I think this is the first mission. I think all you had to do is plug in all the plugs to the back of the computer there. So all those plugs there on the table in orange, you got to connect to the back of the computer and boot up the computer. And I think you got to install a virus scanner on the computer and eliminate all the viruses on the computer. And this game, it's like reminds me of the last game, simulator game I played, the Car Mechanic Simulator. I know absolutely nothing about either of those topics, but they look fun, and the game it's like plays the same sort of. You just click on whatever you want to do, and you can undo it, and it plugs it in, and this and that. So it's pretty similar to the car simulator game, Car Mechanic Simulator game. So all the plugs nearly in except for that one plug there, the keyboard plug I think that is. You can plug them all in the back, and you got to insert a USB drive. I suppose it's got the file, the virus scanner file on there. So you got to go into your inventory, I think. So down the bottom it just tells you what buttons to press to bring up the inventory and stuff like that. So I selected the USB stick, and that's you hold the X button down and it installs it in there. And yeah, you press the power and it loads up the computer there. And we click on the button there, and so you can run the virus scanner, or install it I should say. It installs the program onto the computer. Takes a few seconds, yep. And gotta reboot the computer I suppose to get the program working again. And then he can run the virus scanner. So this is the first mission. I think you get like $100 or something to complete the job. You get a little bit of XP and level up your XP, and I think around about level 6 or something, yeah, you can unlock a new table, and I think there's a cupboard there. I suppose you can put more inventory in and whatnot. So that's all done. Computer's protected now, so I think I uninstall the program. I'm not really sure if I have to do that or not. I suppose the program wasn't on there, so I decided to do it. and it removes the scanner, and that's it for the first job. So that was pretty easy. It lets you into the game, into the career mode pretty easy. I think there is, on the main menu, there was a option to build your own PC. I think that might be a bit of a tutorial sort of a thing, but I completely skipped it, and I probably should have went for it, but I skipped it, went straight to the career mode. Anyway, unplug it all, and that's done. So you pick it up and you walk back out into the alleyway, and you got those silhouettes of the computer tower things there. So if you line it up properly, you can put it down, and it completes the job for you. Yeah. Lights up green now. Don't know what I'm doing there. There we go. And then it says you can go to your PC and you can collect your reward. So this is $100. I suppose you can get up to all sorts of amount of money. I think there is a trophy for earning up to about $1 million in total. So I think there's a lot of big missions you can do, or big jobs you can do to collect large rewards. But anyway, you can select the jobs from your computer, and they'll send out your computer out their computer, and it'll take a day to send out, and you can go onto the store on your computer, and you can order your parts for the next job, and they'll turn up the next day. If you, I think it's got like express mail, or if you don't, you got to pay a bit of extra money. But if you don't want to pay the extra money, I think it takes about 3 or 5 working days. Express mail takes overnight, I think. And in between days, when you got nothing to do, you just go to your office exit door out the back there, and you can click on to the next day. So you go by calendar. This is my second job, and I had to use the compressed air gun, I suppose it is, and the computer's a bit dirty, a bit dusty. So just spraying around. I didn't really know what I was doing here. Just spraying everywhere, I suppose, and didn't really look like anything was happening. Just spraying willy-nilly, and all of a sudden it all looks pretty clean, so looks like that's all good. And then what else do I have to do? I probably got to what do we got? Oh, we got to put the, what do we have to do? We got to put the cover back on. I don't know what I'm doing there. Bit of a noob at this. So yeah, this is the screen where it's got all your parts for the job. The PC parts that I've got highlighted down the bottom there, the parts that are to do with the current job, and all the other individual parts. Spots are where all the individual pieces are. And as you can see, if you highlight all the parts inside the computer, you can take them all apart. So in future jobs, you can take off cords, and I suppose you got the fan, and you got the RAM drives and stuff, or whatever you call them. So yeah, it's a bit like the car mechanic simulator. You highlight things, and you can undo things to get down to the parts that you need. Anyway, the cover's back on, and connect all the plugs again to make sure it's all running nicely. What do they want me to do? They want me to remove viruses in this one as well, so this is the same as the first job, just as with a little bit of cleaning inside the tower. So first couple of jobs lets you into the game pretty easily. And what am I doing there? Oh yeah, I've got the USB drive, plug that in. boot up the computer, and we'll do the same thing. We install the virus scanner onto the computer and wipe out the viruses, all the files that are infected. So yeah, this game was $25 over here, so I was expecting it to be a lot more. I thought it was going to be another $45, $50 game, but $25 is pretty cheap for what I've seen of the game on YouTube from other videos. It looked pretty cool, so it's well worth it, I think. The controls are pretty easy to use. I know this game came out maybe earlier this year or last year on the PC, so this is probably a bit different using with the DualShock pad, but the controls are pretty good. Work all fine and pretty easy to handle. So anyway, that computer's done. So pick it up and put it back out with the other one there. Turn it around. There we go. That job's done. Another $100 to the collection. So I got a total of $105. So I'm raking the money at the moment. This job was the third job, which I had a lot of problems with, because this is the one that started getting into it a little bit more. I think I had to put in more RAM into the computer, so I've cut it down a bit, because I couldn't work out that bottom cabinet part there, cover thing came off. It took me about half an hour to figure that out. And I had to find out around the back of the computer there. I can slide the the memory RAM or whatever it is. Slide that in there. So yeah, had me thinking for a while, which I enjoy. I like a bit of a challenge once in a while. You know, get used to playing pretty standard brain dead games, and this game's I'm not used to PC, so it gives me a bit of a think and bit of a challenge, which is good. And put the cover back on, and I think if I remember rightly, I've put the wrong cover on. I was meant to put the back cover on. I've actually put the front cover on, which is a bit of a dumb thing to do. So I gotta take that off again, which is no big drama. Very easy to use all the interface and unscrewing stuff in this game. So yeah, I ended up in the computer there. I ended up taking half of the hardware out of the computer, trying to figure out what to do. And this is the screen where you just pick up parts and put them back onto the computer that you've taken off. That's the right cover back on, and yeah, screw it all back in. So that's done, and then I suppose I better put the cabinet back on there, which on it goes. Screw it back in, and then connect the cords back up, which had me going for a little while. Got that one down. Had the bit of trial and error to figure out what cord goes to where. Yeah, I'm a console guy, you can tell. But I suppose building your own computers is probably an expensive hobby, so I'm not really made of money, so it's probably not a thing I'd probably do for a while. I'll stick with the PS4 at the moment. But anyway, that's one more cord to go in there, I think, or a couple more. But yeah, it's good fun. I felt pretty happy that I achieved something that took me a little while to get through, but once I got through it, I was pretty happy, even though this is the third mission. And it took me a while to get through it. I was happy that I done it. So yeah, there's a lot more missions to go. I think there's a trophy to get up to 500 missions, or jobs I should say. So there's a lot in this game, a lot of different things to do, and What am I doing there? Oh, I gotta plug it all in just to make sure it's working. Turn it on. I didn't plug the keyboard in, so probably doesn't work without a keyboard. But what I know about keyboards, I'm a console guy. So whack that in the back as well. Start it up. It all works. Beautiful. Take it all apart, and that's the job done. Just got to place it out in the hallway again and collect my $100 or $150 or whatever it is. So anyway, that's PC Building Simulator, which is out now on consoles. Hope you enjoyed the look of the game. I'm going to keep playing it because it's a pretty fun game. Gives me a lot to learn. And anyway, until the next video, I'm Austin Rage, and I'll catch you next time. Catch you later.